Still a bit crazy when we saw you laugh. You walked in.
Might even take the glasses off so I don't look like a nerd. Do you want any level? Do you want to tell us what you had for lunch, Tulisa?
1, 2, 1, 2. I had a ham and cheese croissant.
Cool, man. I kind of wanted to start. It might seem like an obvious, like, how are you, as in a question.
I'm okay. When it's something like that goes on for so long, for a whole year, you're so used to having this like weight on your shoulders, and all of a sudden you just kind of wake up one day and to know that it's over, it's very hard to adapt to that. It's like I was sitting on my sofa last night and jumped out of my sleep, and I had like these moments where the realisation of everything just kind of hits me, and then it only lasted for a second, and then I went, oh my God, it's over. It's actually over. There's no kind of really happy or really down, you just become numb.
Yeah.
So when you've become numb for so long, you start trying to get your personality back.
Did anyone make direct contact with you about the movie role? How did it come about?
I had a woman that posed as a member of 21st Century Fox. Some guys from Bollywood, big Bollywood producers, wanted to talk to me about. And the next thing I know, I was being flown to Las Vegas, first class flights, amazing hotel suites, limos picking me up. 1 minute Cameron Diaz is on the phone, and you know, real like intense.
The actual Cameron Diaz on the phone?
No, they pretended like.
Wow.
The whole 21st Century Fox thing, like there was a fake Twitter account set up of 21st Century Fox, so that started following me, and everything just seemed very legit. So
the first time they mentioned drugs, then what was your reaction?
Well, the first time they mentioned drugs was on the first meeting, and I made it clear from then, actually, on the first meeting, that I didn't take drugs. And so it was only when the manipulation started from the different characters of this thing, then I began pretending. To put it bluntly, I was told I was being offered £3.5 million. Because I didn't have the acting experience, this movie role was the first ever urban British female for Hollywood/Bollywood. I had to convince these people that I was right for the role, because I was the girl in the role. So one person's in my ear telling me, if you want the job, all you have to do is go in there and say this and act like this.
So a couple months later then, when you finally found out it was this thing, how was reading that?
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it was possible. I think there's a difference between entrapment and a setup, and not only was I entrapped, but I was set up. And that for me was the hardest part. The only way I can compare it to is like enemy of the state, and that's what I felt like.
I've been around as much showbiz parties as you. Why target you, do you think?
Part of it, I think, is a class thing. Like with me, I think they thought it would stick. It's more believable. People were more likely to accept it. I became very lost and very defensive because the emotions that it was bringing out in me. Any urban image I had surrounding me, I played on it and wanted to play the bad girl and the rebel, and you know, like I'm hard and I'm tough and I don't care about anything. Heart of stone, that kind of vibe. And yeah, I do have a very strong side, and yeah, I am very tough. God, I'd give it to myself to get through this year. But at the same time, sorry, sirens.
That's all right, that's all right.
They're not coming for me, are they?
Excuse me, clear my throat.
It's all right. Do you want some water?
Yes, thank you. I'm the nervous one.
Just give it good. Get it out.
You mentioned you're very tough, but you did get pretty down during this year, almost to the point where you contemplated or tried to take your own life. I
was so low, so far away from where I am now, that I just felt like I was possessed by someone else. I was so weak. I just didn't have an ounce of strength left in me. I was just drained.
How do you feel about the media?
Not everyone's like that. I've been in the industry for a long time. I meet loads of people like yourself, who I get on really well with. You know, if we were out and be like, come on, let's go have a drink. Like, I have friends throughout the industry. Do you know what I mean?
Why do you still want to be in the limelight?
I did. That was the aim of going to America to audition for movie roles, and this is where that took me. You can't leave on a low. This happened to you for a reason. So I tried to run away.
Maybe it's a sign. Get Endubs back together now.
Wow, yes. Let's talk to Peter about that.